we're now on part 5 because I tried to upload part 4 and it didn't work. I don't know if it'll ever get uploaded. But to recap what happened, I bought a gallon of toilet bowl cleaner and then I put that into the tank. What happened was it cleaned out the tank really well, and then when I went to fill up the rest of the tank with hot water to, dilute it, just get through the whole tank, then it started flapping from the water. And then once I rinsed it out, it rusted again. While I was waiting for it to work, I decided to plug the holes for the fuel sending unit and the petcock with plastic grocery bags. But then it got dissolved by the toilet bowl cleaner. And that's not much better than it used to be. There's still some buildup in there from the rust. This is my finger after it got burned by the acid. Got some evaporust, and I have the card cutter too. I'll probably mix those together, and I'm going to try to use that to remove some of the rust that's on this. And I also got a breather that I planned on putting on there, but then I remembered I have the air box and it might clear the carburetors, but it probably won't. Oh well. And I had to clean the carburetors again because there was some gummy material, just old gas that was still in the fuel tube, the inner fuel gallery inside the carburetor, and that always restricts flow. This is it's liquid parts made up of oil mixed with gas, but you can see all that sediment in there that came from inside the tank. I had also tried to shake it up with screws within it. That kind of worked not very well. Shaking up the tank again. Yeah, a lot of that fluid isn't really clear. It's not going to be. There's oil mixed with gas, but that's rust in there, and there's some rust on the top too. That'll get on into the fuel eventually somehow. So I'm going to take out whatever's in here, drain it out. I did some stuff to the airbox. Mainly I just blocked off that hole for the breather, crankcase breather, because that being the lowest point on the airbox, whenever these carbs flood, which I changed the float height so they shouldn't do it anymore, but whenever they were flooding, it would go down into the crankcase of the engine and contaminate the oil, get gas in it. That's not good. So this had a drain hole that was in the back, that was by the filter, but the place wherever it was going to the actual bottom before it got to the filter was right here, which is because this has 2 chambers in it. So I added the second hose there. Hopefully that'll clear the tied up a lot of the wires that were down here between the swing arm and the transmission case, so that there was just a nipple on this air box right there. That was the drain, and any liquids or fuels that were accumulating were then just draining down on top of wires there, and they could have been hitting connectors that are in the middle of that and causing some problems with it running. It's possible. I played with the wiring a little bit. I didn't necessarily do any fixes, but this harness just doesn't really fit the motorcycle very well. It wasn't an 80 that I bought. I bought some other year. The harness length wouldn't have a reason to change, but the way that this goes bends like that in there. So that had cracked the original tape, so I just put more tape over it, and I separated these leads that go down to the horn and then retaped those, because there's just barely enough wire length to get to the horn, which is really unfortunate. So most of these that are on the top are power wires. Most of them are fused, but there's one charging wire that charges the battery that's not fused. It comes from the stator and but I have these separated in a way so they aren't touching any parts of the frame, or really there shouldn't be any really easy way for them to short out. Wow, it actually got in with the hoses that I have attached in position, but unfortunately I don't think I'm going to be able to connect those together, like the T that I have them on, while they're in there. And I'm not gonna ask some girl I know who has really small hands to try to do that either. But it goes in. I guess I can see how well this breather fits. Let's make sure. I don't think I put in that much oil into it. That looks gross though. I could tell the petcock was progressively becoming clogged and more clogged as this rusty gas was coming out of the gas line. So I'm just gonna take off the petcock and then just use a funnel or something, hold it over this, try to get it out, because there's still some amount of gas still in here. So I took that off. I don't see anything that's that bad, which is good. Inside of that looks pretty good too. Yep. Thumbs up, I guess. Oops. Oh, wow. That's a lot of... Well, it's not that much rust, but it's more than I want. That's the quality of the gas that I took out of the tank, so I'm kind of glad that I took off the petcock, because all of that stuff is actually in the tank. That's not good. Whenever I drain the evapo rust, I will probably reuse it because it is reusable. I'll try to put it in these containers even though they hold less than a gallon. And eventually I'm going to dispose of this old gasoline properly, probably by, I don't know, putting it into my neighbor's lawnmower. I don't know. I cut around this spot of the tank because I don't like it. I wonder what else I could use it for. Oh wow, I already put it on this. Let's put on another layer. Those bolts get rusted for some reason. This filter doesn't fit. Excellent. That'll be my motivation to get the racing carburetors that are new. Because if I get those, I won't have to use the gearbox. Because I don't think the new ones are CV carbs. And then I get to have a cool looking filter on my Kawasaki. Worse, since I drained it, so I guess that means there's still some sort of moisture in the tank. That's excellent. And this video is already long enough, so I'm just going to make another one that actually has the evapo rust in it. So that'll be the next video.